Hi everyone! Thanks for joining us on this episode of Power Tools by Workbench Energy. Today we're going to talk about spring peaks and why they require extra attention. I'll kick things off by acknowledging that knowing when in the year to start curtailing is one of the most challenging aspects of participating in the Industrial Conservation Initiative. And really, this has to do with the fact that it can be tricky to set a good initial demand threshold for the year. Set the threshold too low, and you are going to respond to a lot more peaks throughout the year. Set the threshold too high, and you're going to miss those early peaks that can end up sticking around in the top 5. While currently, Ontario's electricity sector is a summer peaking jurisdiction, over 30% of the historical top 5 peaks have in fact occurred outside the months of July or August. To put this in another way, if your curtailment strategy is to only curtail during midsummer months, in 5 of the last 11 years, you would have only hit 3 or less out of 5 peaks per year, proving to be a costly assumption. I'm going to share with you a secret that those of us who have been doing this a long time know. But before I do, let's talk a bit first about why June peaks in particular are important. Since the onset of the ICI program, there have been 4 baseline periods with a June peak in the top 10. And 3 baseline periods where a June peak has remained in the top 5. The earliest historical recorded peak of the season occurred on June 12th of 2017. And the highest peak demand recorded hit 22,257 megawatts in June of 2021. Now, I mentioned sharing a secret that the most experienced energy managers tend to know. Early peak season is underappreciated as the most critical time of year. And honestly, the reason for this is that a lot of people are caught off guard at the beginning of the season and don't start their curtailment early enough. What this means is that there's less curtailment in the system at the beginning of the year than we typically see as we enter July and August, resulting in a higher overall demand and a greater likelihood of a peak remaining in the top 5 by the end of the year. And that's a quick overview of why spring peaks can be tricky and why knowing when in the season to start curtailing is one of the keys to a successful year. To learn more tricks of the trade and to find out more about other relevant topics to the ICI program, check out our website or reach out to our expert team. Thanks for joining us.